Okay, so here's my triangle, and it can be a triangle or a square. And I've got a fairly sharp. Okay, so I've got a pencil, and you can see that I have the pencil on both sides of my triangle. Okay, so I'm going to lay that there and get my spiral out of the way. So when I have soft pencil on both sides of my line, and I go back over it, this is just a little piece of art magic. So be sure you look at my pictures that are online. And okay, let me get a few more of my lines here. And if it's very, very complicated, it's a good idea to take a little piece of tape. Notice I'm not doing the over-unders right now. I leave that until later for this. Okay, so it is just barely there. And that's how I want it, is I want it barely there so that I can ink over it. Okay, so it doesn't, then I would flip it and do the other side and then clean it up a little bit. And if it's very, very light, it's going to clean up easier. And I get all of my copy down on here before I work out the over-unders. Okay, so it just goes down there, just very lightly like that. Now, I do not want to go back and heavy pencil line it because I want to ink it. Okay, and of course, you probably don't have dip ink at home. If you want to, if you get it all traced out and you feel you're happy with it, with your cleanup, and then if you noticed, if you want to use a Sharpie to outline it, you can. I started with green ink that actually was not real high quality ink. When I put the red ink next to it, they bled into each other. So I went on back to a black ink, and then I'm doing colored pencil with that. Okay, so you just have to trust me that your pencil lines are going to be very, very lightly there. And you want them to be light so that if you're pressing hard, even if you erase well, if you press hard, you're actually indenting the paper. Have you ever tried to color colored pencil over paper that had strong pencil lines on it?
Yeah.
And what happens, Anna?
It messes up your paper and it makes really bad indents and everything.
Yes, it does. It does. So be aware of that. So what I'm shooting for Monday is that you come in with it pretty well penciled out and ready to start inking if you want to use the dip ink. Okay, so I know in my announcement, I said pretty much that I want things that are done on Google Classroom. You guys are the exception to this. I want you to be moving along on it, but really take your time and do a nice job. Okay, so Logan, you joined later. Have you got something to show us? I'm going to stop sharing mine.